Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Software Inc. with Expert Technologies. Now, everyone has been bought out, and at first, when I logged back into the game, it didn't save, so I was like, "Oh crap!" And so the $414 that I put into that bond, I'm just gonna keep out of it, and but what I could do is make it better instead, and we're gonna put the basically a million in and see how much that will gain. Essentially, we will deposit that, and we won't get it until November of 2022, um, which will acquire interest quite a bit throughout time. But overall, so we have $25 million to play with at this point. We won't be able to get that bond out until 2022. We just bought out our other founders, and so it has been clear that Dudley Aguilar, that took care of the 2D team, is now gone. So we need a whole new lead. We can make it a programmer, high salary, and this is for the 2D shop. Needs automation, socialization, HR, multitasking. Could live with it, could live without it. It's just basically as many more tasks you do, it's able to multitask with everything. We can change the benefits and stuff, which we aren't going to. Filter, probably would want big brain overall as a leader, and kind of begin looking. And we got Helene, who has 1 star of design, a couple 2 stars, and all it really needs is 2D and system for programming. That is it. And design. So obviously overqualified, has hardware, has network and stuff like that. So that's not a problem. HR, they're able to handle education, but they can't hire people. Automation can fill out the whole entire role. Socialization can hold meetings, and multitasking has with support and marketing tasks, which they don't do. So that's fine. Romeo has programming only. And I didn't look if she had. No, she didn't have any of the service stuff, but either way, overall, we can go to Romeo next. He's got HR of handling education. He can't hire people, so if people retire or whatnot, I have to physically do it. Automation, he's full. Socialization, he can hold up to meetings, socialize, and be compatible with others. And then multitasking, his improvement with development tests, which is nice, because when it comes to the development part of 2D, he is able to help with that. And he has 1 in system and 2 in 2D, so he'd be a good fit for that. And then we got Raphael, that basically has the same thing as Helene does. They all got big brain, so I'm going to give it to Romeo. He is the most. He will eventually get the handle hiring, and the automation, he's full. Socialization, he's full. Multitasking, it really doesn't matter to this point. So he is going to be the new lead guy when it comes to the 2D frame shop. Now, we're at 25 million, so we're going to wait a little bit. I was mentioning at the end of the video of, potentially, making that next big building and all that jazz of, splitting up the teams into bigger teams, adding more porting and updating because literally they are swamped with updating and porting, and also with the um, uh, updates as well. And then with all these porting tests and then also the updates, they're gonna need more teams, either more teams or just bigger teams overall in general. And we are like basically max capacity of what we can for room wise. It would just be adding more teams on like second or third shift, and if we were to just kind of let it grow or let it kind of just sit for a little bit and see what needs to be kind of done overall, and kind of just let grow money for a little bit, we will be fine in that regards. So there's that. What are these two people that need education? I believe it's someone who can't handle education, and hopefully it gets figured out shortly. So a lot of people need education, I guess. Most of it's leaders that need education, but I will let it happen on their needs. So, yes, our founders did leave. So who's 2D framework? They are unhappy. Their job. That's the thing. We'll go to complaints. My friend was fired. Technically, they weren't fired. They were bought out because they were founders. So, within this game, if you buy out the founders, they leave. I don't know why. It is what happens in the game. You'd wish that they would stay, but I know updating and porting right now is getting swamped. This is close. We'll accept them both right now. And at this point, all the money is actually going towards the company. So, that's the only good thing about us buying out the founders. That options, we'll go back to Romeo and he will take care of all of that. So everything should go back in effect, unless if all that is going to go downhill with, hey, my friend got fired, which they didn't. We bought them out, and they essentially left. That's what happened. So that's being fixed. Which is kind of unfortunate because I wish that didn't happen, but that's part of the game. I can't really do much of it. And we went from 25 million to now 31 million, just like that. So within a couple of days or within a month, we boosted back up to 6 million. it with our we're gonna select all. Gonna give them a 75. Okay, so we'll do $58 plus on that, and it says we're heading to bankruptcy. I don't believe we will. I believe we will. That was not fulfilling. Oh, this raised salary. It's probably right now it's not fulfilling because nobody's helping with all this porting. Marketing, 10,000 will accept it. That is already done. Okay. Perfect. Seems like update importing, they're just gonna really complain right now with all the tasks of what they're doing. And it's literally porting everything to each port stuff. And so we got 6 deals right now. Hosting, perfect. Do that, support for sure. That's a little low, we don't do development, so we'll just keep it down here for right now. Second shift, that's probably. And we're getting deals that we don't really do. So we've improved money-wise a little bit. We lost 54 with buying out everybody, and then with some overall probably maintenance and stuff and education, we still deal with a lot of it. And overall, I feel like if we give it until middle of 98 to 99-ish, we could possibly make it into bigger building and stuff like that. And because I don't think we do really much printing, to be honest. 10 grand, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do 10 grand is kind of the cutoff for that to kind of make profit for our marketing teams. So our accounting team should be on that. Yeah. Within 3 months, pay a fine. We'll be fine. And we just made under $1 million, so reject right there. Oh, I must have clicked on something on accident. Alright. Frame Shop Suite 5, 554. So hopefully it's being worked on. DeskGen, which is the office software. Just gonna finish it for right now. And hopefully rest of the bugs get fixed. Print job. No, it's basically 100,000. Yeah, so we can easily do 1 million or so. OS experts, 66,000 still use it. Oh, we haven't even made OS Expert 2, so I can't really cancel the support on that. Audio Tool, Wavetune 3. There's that, so they can update on that. Porting seems to be doing pretty fine. Seems like this amount of people now are going to be using, I guess, update it. It's updating at the moment. But yeah, we've kind of socially put everything on it. Nothing supported to. I don't think we're heading to bankruptcy. But that. Print job. Definitely accept that. A little bit more cash. Now, Excel will be printed in no time. Print job for that. That'll be printed in no time too. So, what do we have for the digital market as well? Okay. There, we'll do 12. We still got 31% of the market. Update on that. Don't need to develop a new one. That's getting taken care of. Is this the new one? Oh, just the IP in general for 5 million. Nope, sorry. I think we're fine. I think we're just teeter-tottering right now until we get that one product right now that is very beneficial. Get our finances. Yeah, we made 800. Now we're at 1 million. Now we're on track to do 3 million right now. Possibly even more. So I think we are doing all right for right now. As soon as we see the new per day type thing, then we'll know how much avoidable. Kind of end the marketing for that. Try Studio, we'll end that. DeskGen, and that. Soldier of War, we're gonna end that. And that, so. we'll end the marketing of those because we're not making money. So that will improve our gap too as well. So now we got Desgen coming in December of 99, Virus Ender at 99, 2000 in February, 98 for Wavetune, nothing for Frameshop or OS Expert. Let's see, did they improve at all? So I had, no, okay. So I had, App Store developers help on it, so thought maybe it would improve, but it did not. Which is fine. It's kind of the long run and not a sprint, so to speak. Alright, that will be done in no time. Manufacturing we could do, but we aren't doing any of those deals. What kind of contract work we could do though? I mean, we could, but we got products. This 9-month thing for 500. I could do this for $1 million. Be for Airbnb, GameStop, Chrysler, stuff like that, and have their stuff being made, and then final assembly and all that jazz. And why don't we actually take a break and kind of do that, because it would be 6 months copy. You got 6 months to do. Goal is 2 million. Okay. I didn't mean to hit that. So, and the what do you call it? The conveyor belts can be added onto the printer ones, so then, or it could be on its own too. But if I were to, because this is barely used, and with having that, I could, do that, but, and then with the server room, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But, yeah, why don't we try and do that for this episode of expanding it and do manufacturing contract for Airbnb. So we will set out. We are going to add the conveyor belt to the printing conveyor belt, so it will be, this room will be sent to here as well, part of it, and then it will be sent to there, and then yeah, we can do that. So overall, so for ABB, they need 2.8 million copies, and so what they want is, this can also work for anything else too, but what they want is thermostats. They want 2 of those, 8 for GPSs, and then speakers, and then final board assemblies. So it's like overall we could have either like thermostats and speakers go to assembly, and then also like another assembler too as well for like GPS, for GPS's chips, stuff like that. And then they need 2 cases for that because they need like that. So what I'm gonna do real quick is just lease all the rooms just in case if I need that room or the room to go all the way down. And then it'll just get wonky for this because instead of doing this, it'd be from here down, and then it will just bounce around, and then it goes down to there, and then once it goes down there, yeah. This for sure is the final destination, so with that, we just need, because we don't need any more servers, so we are good on that. Worst case is we are upgrading in servers, and we are at the max it can go for right now, unless if we get these mediums and smalls and we use these racks, but I think we are good with load wise, because we are at 6.5 on the live server with hosting and everything, and for 34 we're at 1.5 for SCM for, you know, work manage stuff, so I think we are off on that. So if we find distribution, so I kind of just do the smaller or the smallest running one. You could do an upgrade to faster tier ones, which we may end up doing because they need 2.8 within. So there's that, but then, you know, cost of that stuff. So, and then with that, we'll just have it attached there. And then do it that way, because that way someone can still, and then different look at it. There, so that is complete to that level. So then we'll just flow down and so on and so forth. So we have that kind of completed for right now. So with that, what I kind of need is this scrap piece of paper that I found, because it will make this episode go kind of smoother if I just write it down instead of going back and forth in each menu. So this embedded system, this manufacturing. So one side needs speaker, which is 4 at the minimum, and then GPS 8 at the minimum, thermostat with 2 at the minimum, with board 2 at the minimum, which I could do 1 for each one, to be honest, but it's minimum requirement of 2. Then on the other side, I need writing final assembly. Then the other side is USB with 4 at the minimum. Camera with 4 at the minimum. A motor with 4 at the minimum, and display with 8 at the minimum. So, but I can also look at, we could obviously do this as well. We really could. 2 months, they need 919, but I feel like that would be a different assembly line, to be honest, but we're gonna work on this big one. Because honestly, with that small one, with this being because this one, this room, and this room can be for this big A, B, and B one. We can select this one for that small one, which only needs 2 cases, and so this one needs 2 boards, 2 cases, and 2 final assemblies. So board, 2 at the minimum, cases, 2, and then 2 final assembly. So what we can do is do 6, 6, and 2. We'll keep it at 2. Because what we'll do for that is do this middle one. And what will end up happening is there will be a couple of pallets too as well. So what we'll do, let's get our stuff. And I kind of do it to there. And I kind of do drop off there, drop off there. Or let's do this like that, because we can do and that will be as many pallets as we need for the time being. And then overall, these are the components, the component assemblers and component recycler. So we will be putting a recycler like that, and that what that does is recycles any parts that may not be used. And then this component, it's only needing 2 and 2. That's $100 each. We're gonna make it 800 or 8 of them for that case. How do I want to do this? That is a good question. So then this goes to probably go there. And then These are all boards. So then there's that. Final assembly there. What I may end up doing is duplicate them, put it over there, but these are going to be cases. Yeah, so that's okay. So that's gonna work. So there's that, and then that, and then do that. But I wonder if this one's go up and then back down. That's what we'll do. Because what I'll do is, because with some of this stuff, that's what they'll say is they want a that they want a way for people to walk through and be able to service these things for like maintenance purposes and all that jazz. So that's why they would want the up, and that way they can walk around. And because I'm gonna have a probably do that right there, and then do that. There's that. That. There. So, overall, for this one, case printer board planners, no. There is, except to work. So, that will be done. for that, the goal is, oh, so I can get per month, and this is a 2 month, I think it was a 2 month operation, so I'll be able to get that done. So we can go to manufacturing here. I want it done day 2 of May. It's March. Yeah. So if I can print that much in 1 month, that will be crushed. So that will be fine. But will manufacturing, shipping capacity, that's last month. Okay, but gotta look at manufacturing, software, printing capacity, this, shipping capacity is that. What about shipping capacity for, okay, so we'll be fine. I think half of my couriers anyway are not being used. So, because of not doing much when it comes to printing. So now we can focus on this big one. So overall, one room is going to be the whole speaker, GPS, thermostat, and the other room is going to be USB, camera, motor, and display. So what I can do is component printer. So wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be perfect for that. 5, 6. This will be the displays, or honestly, no, we'll be fine with that. So that's going to be the displays for that. Right now, for that, then for motor, for camera, then five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then 4 USB as well. I think I can space this out more, to be honest, and not be all crammed. So clicky today. Oh, staff is unable to. There. I'll be fine like that. We're just gonna duplicate it again. Put it right there. One's gonna be okay. And this one will. Okay. So it will be good. Because what could happen is these two meet right here, go this way. Okay, so maybe we could have a splitter. Oh wait, it has to go to a final assembly or a assembly box. So that's going to oh wait. Yeah, this goes in a case. So basically saying because it never mind. We will delete that and instead. Why is this supposed to be a board? Oh no, I think it's a case, it's just there's no final destination for it. That's why. So if I were to put that as final assembly, it'd be fine. Okay. We're just going to move to that right now. So what I can do is kind of the same thing. Put thing right there. Oh, because this is not labeled as case yet. Oh, that's also. I can't do that right now. Basically saying that because it's not attached to that yet. So then we got 4 speakers, 8 GPSs, and 2 boards for this final assembly. So essentially, I can just duplicate this. And set it for GPSs. Oh, and I also need 2 thermostat too as well. Okay, but it'll be fine. I'll be able to do it. That's case. Okay. So, a 4 speaker and 2 thermostats. So then do it on our own at this point. So we need 2 thermostat, which will make 4 and 4 speaker left. And that needs to go into 2 boards. So this honestly can go in its own board. The GPS and the thermostat and speakers can go in another one. So that's that for thermostats. You think, why am I adding like extra to what it's needed? I go, I honestly, place it with that. Because I honestly don't need the fast-paced. At least on the ground. The ones on the top are fine if they are fast-paced. The ones on the ground don't need to be fast-paced. So now it's all about this. Set output to board, so this is all good. There, we could do that. That's to board, because we need honestly could share the same conveyor belt, but probably don't want to do that though. Do that. So that is that. Let's see if we set it up. Back there. think it has to be like this, and then some weird functional way. Sure afterwards. Oh, that stair's going down. There's that. So this is all good. This is not. Let's do that, or this has its own board. So that or these two combine into that. So then this goes like that. That goes like that, and then goes together, and then these speaker ones will just have its own board with final assembly, and color good. And so there's that. That's that. That'll be for that. So that combines together. At this point, I don't know what I'm doing. That way. Oh, it could work like a teepee. And then that's that. There's that. So is also. Did I not? Oh, okay, so USB. What is up with this? USB. There's that. Then camera. There's that. So we do. And so this needs 6 months. So um, 720 essentially. $720 times it by 6 because it's a 6 months. So we would meet at 4,300,000. It's 4,320, but if you were to add the 3 zeros, so it's 4,320,000. So we will be able to crack that within the 6 months. Overall, before that were to happen. Otherwise, worst case is we'd have to add another camera, another I think this is a thermostat. Oh, USB. Another USB, another motor. Display we have extras on. Otherwise, it'd be cranking all these to reds and make them move faster. So we have that. So overall, hopefully you appreciate this episode and have a good rest of your day, night, wherever you are, and we will see how much money we make off of these two contracts of manufacturing. So have a good one.